wild ride, man.
Here it is. Let Crystal sit down, and all of us, including our guests, is going to have a moment to recenter here, because I think it's needed. You know, our lives get crazy. I'm not assuming anything. My life is crazy, and I need to recenter. And I'd like to ask everybody to join us. It's just as simple as a sound, right?
Yep.
That's how we started the show, right?
That's right.
Me and Lily. It's the very first sound you heard on our show.
Yep.
It's good to go back to the roots, man.
I feel like I'm gonna cry because you're here. We're moving forward with our new scared of him anymore. Right?
Yeah, we don't live on fear, bro.
Nope.
We definitely test ourselves every day down here.
And my heart's beating. Like, I feel like the heart of the show is back. You know? We
Absolutely.
did a couple of cold start episodes. And just to make sure that we didn't want people to think that we forgot about them. But we're here now. We're centered. We're focused again. I'm focused on you, my brother that I love. Crystal, my wife that I love. Crystal Lee. What a beautiful name. And my girls, Lily and Caroline. I'm focused on them again.
I like that we're all like each other's energy sources, man.
You know, this would be an empty chair if you weren't here.
Yeah.
And Crystal, my producer over here.
Yep.
Crystal Lee, my muse and my producer. Crystal Lee.
And vice versa on the learning experiences as well with you. So,
Yeah, it's cool, dude. Like, learning together is so important.
especially when you're being collaborative about it as well.
You gotta learn.
Yep.
You gotta learn with each other, and that's why we have guests coming up. You know, Jen is solid. She's solid. She's the one guest that I'll mention 100% right now. I got to make sure that, you know, the scheduling is good around everything else. But Jeniffer. Jeniffer.
She's a good soul, man.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Okay. We might as well just talk about why I think I am so, like, focused on some of the things that she does. Jeniffer, she's a TikToker. I guess that's what you call them, right? Somebody one that is on TikTok.
Yeah.
She is on TikTok, and she does ice baths. But I was first drawn to her because she did dumpster diving. I don't want to, like, it's like the coolest thing ever because it's gone looking for stuff that other people threw away.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
I was watching her in that journey, and then I got to paying more attention and saw the ice baths, and it's like big tubs of cold. I mean, it's ice. I mean, cold water. It's ice.
Baby.
Ice, baby. But she confronts going into these baths, and it is so cool to watch. And I'll include some photographs, obviously, while we're speaking
It's cool,
about it.
bro, because, you know, there's probably a lot of people out there that don't really think anything of it, man. And they're just like, oh, well, if I were there, and bro, you don't know until you're facing that ice bath.
Yeah.
And your mind will automatically put up a defense system.
Yes.
Man,
It's fight or
reasons.
flight. It's
Yep.
fight or flight. That's what Jennifer told me.
Yep.
Because your body's like, the flight is not stepping into it.
Yep. Your body don't want to feel it, so it's gonna put up defense mechanisms and reasons to not do it.
And she explained
It's like me in line at a roller coaster. The closer we are to, like, my turn, the more the fear starts ramping up because I'm doing something that's, like, against my nature by going in this thing, like hurtling upside down, all that. Like, it's not...
It's like a cycle. You get nervous, and then you get on it, you have a blast, you get off, you're shaking, and you're just like, I want to do it again. You know what I mean? It's so
I used
cool.
to get... Yes. An ice bath is just cold. That's what I told... Okay. Grew up in the craziest of places where you had to fight to survive. And I was like, I need to do more. Went to Marine Bore. It wasn't a bore. It was very interesting.
Oh, I bet, man.
Marine Corps boot camp, you know, because I had to prove that I wasn't scared.
Of course, man.
And then I said that I still didn't get to prove it. I think in my heart I needed a fight. I had to fight some stuff out of me, honestly. You know, and I felt like I would get that opportunity, not to fight, but to, like, be a warrior, man, and to fight for something that's good. I wanted to be a warrior for good. A Jedi, bro.
Dude.
Fight for something, exactly, you know? So I went and fought for my country, and then I fought for my community in the best way that I could. And then I fought for the, you know, I went and worked in manufacturing for a
Yep.
bunch of years, and I fought there for them guys, and now I'm fighting for myself. Obviously, we're entrepreneurs. We discuss that openly on...
I think all three of us have been fighters our entire lives.
Yeah.
Man. We were...
So, damn it, I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to get into that ice bath.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take, Jen, but we're trying because I feel the benefits of it. Have you tried one?
A cold shower?
Yeah.
Yes. I actually did it earlier, and you could hear me like moaning throughout the house in pain. I was like, "Oh God, oh God."
Well, did you stand in front of the shower for a while before you made the decision to walk into it?
Well, I started with the hot, and then I ended with the cold. Because I was like, "All right, I got the treat." I was like, "Now it's time. Now it's time to get real."
I do this. I do the
felt
same.
it with my hand, bro. And I was like,
Yes.
you know, I was like, just close your eyes and dive in, dude.
I
Let's go.
couldn't breathe when
Yeah.
I went in for the first time. It took my breath away at full cold.
Yeah, full cold.
And what did you commit to? Because I'll be honest.
Breathing.
No
immediately.
seconds. Okay, so immediately your physiological response to survive kicked in.
What I did is I stood in front of it for like a hot second. I closed my eyes and started taking really deep breaths, and then I started speeding it up before I got in. I don't know why I thought that would help, but I mean, it helped for me.
Well, and one thing that Jennifer said is you just got to roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to roll with it.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you how I felt when I was getting into the shower. First of all, I didn't think it was going to be an issue whatsoever. I was like, it'll be easy. I've done so many things with my life. I've confronted so many fears. I've had a gun pointed at me. I've had to fight for my life as a police officer. You know what I'm saying? Like so many times, high-speed pursuit, all these things. I could get in the shower.
Yeah.
No. Because somewhere in there's fear.
Dude, internal fear is like the worst.
I had it around the show. I'm very open with all of you about this show.
Yep.
And it is not easy getting on here.
Yep.
I question myself. Do I know what I'm going to talk about? Do I know what I'm going to do? Are they going to be okay? Am I going to talk to... It's hard. I want to do good for everybody, and that's why this is the official start of Season 2. The official start of Season 2, because we're going to show you some amazing people and some amazing ideas. Jennifer's just one of them. And she represents to me personal growth. She's made a decision that she's gonna step up and not only do something that she knows she needs to do, but she's gonna do it with everybody else watching. That's pressure.
Yeah.
Trust, I know. I already said I'd do it. I ain't backing out.
Especially to know that you got 235,000 people watching you.
Yes.
Faithfully.
Yes. And that's why we're taking the show more seriously, bro.
Yep.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of Crystal. She's helped me pull everything back together. And anyway, though, take another breath. I appreciate every single one of you out there. I have not had the opportunity to talk to you guys this way, but you know who you are. The ones that I hear from, unsolicited, that say, hey, thank you for helping me out. You know, I forgot that that's what drives this, is helping others, but not anymore.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to you out by the fire we were supposed to make the other day.
We started it. It became a little stack.
You made the little cabin stack. You know what I mean? The starter stack. You just didn't start it. So we were like,
yeah, well, it didn't.
But anywho,
I wasn't in the mood.
Irrelevant to my point. But, we had that little talk, and you were a little worried about viewers and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, think about the people we help.
Yep, you did.
Look what we did for Mom. Look what we did for Trish.
Yeah.
Look what we did for our nieces.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't want the viewers. I want people to listen. I was so angry for so long, man.
Yeah.
And there's such an opportunity to hear somebody that was really angry and turn that crap around. That's all.
Just trying to stop people from having to endure the hardship you did to learn the lesson that you know now.
And then the messages
that's exactly it, dude. Like Crystal said, like I see the pain very clearly from the perspective that you guys must have seen me in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I see how you saw me now. So I see hatred now, and I understand that. I wrote a post about it. I heard something very racist, and racist is racist. I don't care what color you are.
Yep.
That's the bottom line right there. Racist is racist.
Yep. Racism is a two-way street.
And instead of responding, I responded with love, and I explained to them that, you know, the way that they were thinking was wrong, and I pointed to my sweater. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for giving me the sweater that said, feed the love, starve the hate.
Well, I think when people make racist comments like that aloud, they are looking for a response, both negative or positive, because A, they're ready to high-five the next person that's going to agree with their crap, or they're going to be happy that they possibly ruined somebody's day with their remark.
Well,
but either way, right. Either way, they're looking for a reaction. They don't care what reaction they get. They just...
Well, and they got a positive reaction from me, but then I was angry. When I came inside, you know, I just told them that, you know,
remember
that type of talk, any type of hateful or discriminatory or racist talk is just not cool anymore, man. Stop thinking that way.
And
a human is a human is a human is a human. Look at you, man. You're all tatted up.
I was just going to go there with the discrimination thing. Discrimination can be of any group of people. So if you discriminate against somebody with tattoos, or you discriminate somebody from a different culture or a different, you know, part of different parts of the country, it's not right, dude. Accept people for who they are.
And I came in angry. I came in angry at the world. I wasn't angry at you guys. Let me vent. And then I realized that, oh, I'm confronting something here. I'm confronting a reality.
Yeah.
And please, remember to treat each other with love. That is all. End of story.
It's all about pushing judgment aside and giving people the time of day.
Yeah. And we're all struggling here, just trying to get through life and make the best of it. You know?
Yeah, we all have creative minds, and, you know, certain creative minds do have certain stereotypes about them, but you got to push those away from...
Well, it's not even creative minds. I think it's the opposite. I think we try to lump everybody into categories.
Yep.
Do you understand? Like, we try to say...
The struggle of being human, period.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all hurting. We're all hurting, and once we understand that I'm hurting, you're hurting, Crystal Lee's hurting, you know, all our viewers out there are hurting, we didn't forget you, and that's why I'm going to get that damn out. I'm going to face my fears and get in the ice bath. I'm afraid of heights. Every time that I put up the stupid Christmas lights, I go up there and my knees wobble. You know, like in the cartoons where your knees like knock?
Okay, perfect example. When we went on that freaking water slide, you remember that?
Yes.
Down at Busch Gardens.
It's like a straight drop.
It's a straight drop. Well, they hold you in the cage.
Yeah.
And make you stand straight up, and they play a heartbeat around you. And then all of a sudden, the platform just... You're
opens.
Gone. You're gone.
You didn't go on that, did you?
No, and I never will.
Dude,
Never.
we got off.
Crystal, that ain't happening.
I remember we got off of the slide and our knees were like buckling. We were buckling. It took us like 20 minutes to like come back to.
Yeah, our legs look pretty funny.
Well, that's what like that adrenaline rush will do to you.
Yeah, but it feels so good afterward. That one didn't feel so good.
That was fun. I had a blast. I'd do it again.
Would you ever do like skydiving?
Yep, I want to. It's on a bucket list. Because I'm terrified of it.
Me too.
But I have a friend up in PA, the one, actually, Rajnisha, the one that I told you that passed away.
Oh.
She went skydiving, and she told me, dude, she was like, you want the most exhilarating, freaking emotional roller coaster of a ride you'll ever have? She was like, skydiving will make you realize some stuff.
I think I'll stick to the ice bath. Dude, didn't one of the presidents jump? They skydive. George Bush Sr. Didn't he skydive at the age of like 80 something or?
I couldn't tell you.
He did.
I couldn't tell you.
Could you imagine, like, getting to the point where, getting to the point that you're brave enough. Like,
yeah.
90th birthday, dude. He jumped from a plane. A lot of skin. A lot of skin. Yeah, it was like. You know what I'm talking about? With the
oh yeah, because of all the wind and stuff.
Yeah. But how cool is that, man? To have the bravery to go out there and...
Especially at that age, man.
And you're a president.
And yeah, that's pretty wild.
Once you're a president, it's like you're a president forever. It's like being in the Marines.
Yep.
Except you don't get the money. 5 years of hell for some Marines. Anyway, forget it.
I think all Marines can relate to 5 years of hell.
You know, but
even
anyway,
if they love it.
I was scared. I was more scared of going to college than I was going to boot camp. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, because a physical challenge isn't the same as a mental challenge.
Yeah, but I mean, you're being tore away from your home when you go to boot camp.
Of course, absolutely.
I think that...
But I guess that varies between people.
You're going to college now, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like... All right, it's called imposter syndrome. When you grow up poor and you grow up sad and you grow up, thinking all things are bad, you don't think you can do anything with your life.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, everybody in that freaking sociology class and the professor is...
Yeah.
He's awesome.
You can tell some professors really care for what they're doing.
Yeah, he sends us articles all the time and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then we have just one big class of an open discussion.
What do you guys discuss?
The last one we talked about was college dropout rate. What was
the discussion?
Just using micro and macro sociology, they explain a scenario and they say, well, what would that be, micro or macro? Or
can you explain the difference between micro and macro?
Micro focuses on the small details of the person themselves.
Yep.
But once you get into talking about large numbers of people or an institution, that's macro sociology.
Slay.
You know it.
Well, I was in business, and we discussed microeconomics and macroeconomics. Mm-hmm. It's the same concept. It's that ability to say, okay, I can see the person behind all these ideas, maybe, right? And then micro, all the person or the little minute details, or I can get all the way up here, and I can see how the big systems affect all of those people down there. Micro, down microscope.
Two of the most powerful words I've ever heard.
Yes, because I love you, dude. How'd you get so smart so quick? I mean, you were always smart.
Me pay attention in class.
I never listened to my lectures in class.
Oh, I love it.
You listen to all those pre-recorded lectures.
And the lectures and the live lectures. Because he does live lectures too.
Sometimes I wonder if we don't educate people at a higher level too soon. Because I was not ready for college in my younger years. Mm-hmm. I got my degrees. Okay, wow, I have an associate's in psychology. I have a bachelor's in business, and I almost have my bachelor's in psychology. I've done all that while working. You think I had time to sit there and listen to lectures?
No.
Nope.
But I really appreciate them.
Yeah.
Sometimes hearing it and reading it are two different things.
Correct. And then what happens? You get sparked interests.
Yeah.
In
it
other
opens
areas
ideas and it makes you think critically.
I love hearing you talk this way.
Well, he said, he was like, the difference between somebody in high school and somebody in college is that somebody from college will challenge authority.
You know what happened to me when I quit my job? Or when I quit my job?
Yeah.
I just got my degree. And I realized, I have a bachelor's degree in business.
Yeah. What the heck am I doing here?
What the heck am I doing here?
What the heck am I doing here? Yeah. Sorry, powerful stuff. I get.
Yeah, no, and it was like I seriously, if it's like boom. They're wrong. You're right. I had been focusing my heart on people. All of these workers, reading about American workers and the way that they're beat down and those sorts of things, and it just was like in my mind, I was like, I'm one of those. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Fix it or I'm out.
Well, what really upset me was that last job that I had. I worked all this overtime. And I was supposed to have a hefty check, brother. I got the check, and it was half of what I should have gotten. And I said to him, I was like, why is my check so low? And they were like, well, because you reached a higher tax bracket. Yeah. So we had to take more from you. And I'm like, I feel like all that overtime I put in was for nothing because I made $200 extra.
Yeah, for nothing.
For nothing.
Yep. That's what happens, man. So...
When you have a family and kids, that that overtime is time away from them, time
Yes.
away from your own personal life, and then you have what to show for it when you took time away from yourself and others that means something to you.
There should be no backdoor compensation for people that work a lot of overtime, because there's a lot of people out there, dude. I know construction workers that work 64 hours a week, dude.
That's
It's
no time
crazy.
for yourself. That's no.
No.
Well,
Way
that's
to live.
that's how we were taught by our schools to be.
Yeah.
You go to school, they grade your production, right? A, B, C, D. You know what else they grade? Beef. But, it's just funny. We're trained to produce.
Yep.
I've done it enough. I've produced enough. I want to do my own thing now. I'm knowledgeable, and, I got a great team around me to do my own thing. So, but that took, back to our original topic, that took something. To quote a famous philosopher, famous. Gotta remember the quote. Hold on.
That's
Cut.
why he said famous twice.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Because that's something I would do too. Because that's like me giving myself the wind up, like, okay, you got this. You got this.
yeah. I go like this. Famous. Super famous. The most famous. Yes, it's Yoda.
Oh.
And he, I better check it. I don't want to misquote Yoda because I actually have great respect for those movies.
Dude, seriously, there's a lot of wisdom in those movies that can be used in everyday life. And
Yes. So seriously, let me find it. I
Yeah,
actually
man.
had it pulled up here. All right, so the quote, and I found this cool picture I'm going to put up too. Whoa, that's really neat. So he says, they're talking about the dark side of the Force, right?
Yep.
And we know that the dark side of the Force really is kind of like a representation of so many things.
Absolutely.
But really,
depression, anger, and
darkness,
Yep.
No hope,
Yep.
devoid of hope, anger, like you said, depression. We don't need those things in our life. And
the symbolism is
it's amazing.
absolutely.
And the Jedi, right? They're a beacon of hope,
Yep.
And Yoda says fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering.
And it's so cool because they really promote with the Jedi a sense of peace and love, because they're basically one with
Well, it's
the
not necessarily love, is it?
Well, they're one with the universe, and they respect.
They fight.
Yeah, that's where the Force comes from.
Well,
I like that, the oneness and respect. That's a solid lesson right there.
hey, check this out. You just dropped some knowledge on your brother. Say it again.
They it is about love because they draw their power from every living thing in the universe, and that's what powers their metachlorian genes.
Yeah, they gotta think. They have to meditate.
Yep.
They have to breathe.
Yep.
Before everything, right? And they have to become themselves and one with themselves again. And
Oops.
and
Quiet on set.
when they're able to recenter, they do amazing things.
Absolutely, dude.
They don't not stand up for themselves. That's why you said love and peace. Well, sometimes they didn't. There was no peace. They actually had to fight for good.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say you should fight, but when I say fight, I mean the Jedi knew. Okay.
You're saying they never looked for a fight. They
The
were
Jedi never
about
looked for a fight.
peace.
They look
but
to balance, keep the balance.
Can you say it again, honey?
I was gonna say they never looked for a fight. They were about keeping the peace. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't shy away from a fight if it showed up at their door or if it meant protecting others that needed.
Yeah.
But
they always tried to guide with love and understanding, right? And it's the philosophies like that in movies and things that you should pay attention to, right?
Well, there was a quote from that too where it actually says that they didn't go looking for the fight. They said, excitement, adventure, the Jedi craves not these things.
Nice. Dude, you're the we gotta be Jedi.
We gotta get close.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. Cloaks!
And we gotta.
Why do I sound like this?
We gotta walk around with our arms inside the cloaks like this.
I always wanted to,
But
but I
that
know
sense
that
of
like
wisdom.
people would think we're weirdos if we
yeah.
walked around. I'd have to get a lightsaber.
Those Jedi things look so. The cloaks look so comfy, dude.
They really do.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's gonna happen.